Hello, Mr. Leno. My name is Rex Farinacci, and this is my small motorcycle and scooter shop, T-Rex Motorsports in Mentor, Ohio. It's about a half hour east of Cleveland. If you're wondering why I sent you this tape, then I'll just get right to it and tell you. There's actually two reasons. One, being that you're the biggest celebrity motorhead on the planet. Everybody knows that. Number two, being that you're unemployed and retired again. I hope to think that this little project that I'm working on this summer interests you in getting involved in, which I hope so. Especially if you're looking for something to do. Because if so, I got the perfect thing for you. It's not going to be a little project, it's going to be pretty big. It's got to do with just two guys and two motorcycles. So if you give me just a few minutes of your time, let me explain to you what I'm trying to put together and achieve here. Let me begin by saying it's 2014. And if I did my math right, boy, I hate math. This should be the 45th year anniversary of the greatest motorcycle movie ever made. And even if you weren't good personal friends with Peter Fonda and the late Dennis Hopper, you would know what the name of that movie is. So that's why I'm calling this the Easy Rider Tour Across America. And there's two sides of this story now. One, not only just celebrating 45 years of the greatest motorcycle movie ever produced, but two, it's going to be a charity ride for the organization Feeding America. And the reason for that is because of the paint job that Peter put on the original bike like this back in 1969, the American flag. And now, today still, since the 2008 economic crisis of the economic crash all across America, Feeding America has been helping millions of people across the entire United States that cannot provide a meal for themselves or their family. So, as they say, 1 in 6 people in America are still struggling to make ends meet and to provide a meal for their family. But who are we kidding? Because since the economic crash of 2008, the people that need help don't even have a table to put their meals on in the first place because they don't even have a home. So that is why I'm going to be using these two bikes to draw that kind of attention for Feeding America, because they're helping millions of people right now that need help. So, let me start by saying these are the 1999 California, motorcycle company Easy Rider replicas. Of course, this is a Billy bike, and of course, knowing all the things that you have at your shop, which I don't know, but you probably have a set of these at your place anyway. So, of course, this is the Billy bike. This is number 4, and the Captain America bike here is number 8. Peter knows this bike, and I'm going to move the camera to show this bike because it doesn't look like the rest of the CMC motorcycle Captain America. I did a little bit of a facelift back in the winter of 2012, and it took me about, it was going to be a winter project, which lasted about 9 months. So winters around here usually about 4 months. 9 months, I guess it was a long winter last year. So, but I'm going to move the camera and get this in position so you can see exactly what I've done to this bike, and which I think is the way these bikes should have looked back in 1999. I mean, I did a good job of building a Billy bike, but, you know, the star of the fleet over here, I mean, I don't know why even Peter let him get away with building the appearance of this bike, because this is the star of the entire show, the star of the fleet. So, let me move the camera and show you what I did. So this one is 8 of 750, and anybody who knows about these bikes knows they didn't build 750 of either one of them put together. But this is one owned by a guy by the name of Al Spade, S-P-E-H, and I believe he lived up around the San Luis Obispo area. And the story that I was told is that Peter and Al were friends. So back in '98, Peter contacted Al and said, hey, CMC is going to rebuild the Easy Rider motorcycles as replicas. And they're going to be a limited production, limited quantity, and they're all going to be numbered. Are you interested? And Al told Peter, sure, I'll take a set, but I need number 8. And I guess it's because he has 4 kids and 4 grandkids. I'm not sure what the story was there, but that's how this one came about. And I guess in 2006, maybe early 2007, Al was going through a divorce with his second wife and was going to move to Florida with his first wife. And if that ain't a twist for a new comedy sitcom, I don't know what the hell is. So a friend of my buddy Bert Baumgartner saw the bikes on display at some car dealership in San Luis Obispo with for sale signs on them. And so Bert went down there And Bert wanted to buy both of them. But the guy who was selling them for Al said the only one available right now is the Captain bike. The Billy bike is going to someone in the family, which is still in the family. AJ, I guess Al's son, still owns the bike. And I tried to get it from him last year because, you know, trying to put the band back together. But AJ didn't want to sell it. So I remember the number 4 here that was for sale like 3 years ago. So I tracked that guy down who bought this one. And he never rode the bike. He just had it on display at his business along with the number 98 Captain bike. So that's how I came about number 4. I figured if I can't have the matching set number 8 Billy bike, I'd like to have number 4 for the simple fact that 2007, the National Film Institute ranked the movie Easy Rider as number 84 of one of the greatest movies ever made. So that's what I've got, 84. So I'm going to And so like I was saying, back in December 2012, I did a little facelift on this bike. I never liked how it looked. I think CNC could have done a much better job of building this bike. They did a good job building the Billy bike. I like the looks of the Billy bike. But, you know, we're talking the star of the fleet here, the star of the show. And it was pretty lame how they did it. So, like I said, I started to rebuild this thing. I stripped it all down. And I turned it into what I think is the way it should have looked back in '99 as they were rolling off the assembly line. Like I said, I totally stripped it down, got the frame chromed, all the rest of the steel and all the aluminum was taken off and was sent up to Mechlek up in Fresno. I know you've got a few cars and motorcycles around your place. I'm not sure who you use for re-chroming, so I sent it to them, and this is how it turned out. Like I said, I never liked how they looked in the first place. The powder-coated silver frame, the exhaust was a one-piece. CNC did a good job of building the frame, but I think that's the only thing they did. And then they just, everything else was, out of the catalog, how they put this thing together, and I think they could have done a much better job. And I don't know why Peter let him get away with the appearance of it as it was. So, and I guess since I've taken up enough of your time, Mr. Leno, this is the conclusion of my little presentation of, as I call it, the Easy Rider Tour across America. Not only celebrating 45 years of the greatest motorcycle movie ever made that Peter Fonda and the late Dennis Hopper made, but probably the biggest charity run event for just 2 motorcycles and 2 guys across the United States for Feeding America, which has been helping, as you know, millions of people all across the United States right now in the time of needs through this economy crisis. So I think it'd be a great little TV show as a documentary. Like I say, we'll have 4 cameras mounted on the Captain bike, 4 cameras on the Billy bike. We'll have a chase car / film car, plus a motorhome pulling a 25 to 30 foot trailer as just for the motorcycles in case of bad weather or any kind of repairs we find along the way, or repairs that they find us. But that's it. All right, thank you for your time. I'd like to hear from you one way or the other what you think about this project. Anyway, since this is involving Peter as well, if you can get this video to him to see what he thinks, and please let me know one way or the other what you really think about this. I think it'd be a great little documentary, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. Plus, again, it's helping a lot of people across the United States that need help today. That's it. So if you would, please just let me know. Give me a call. Call a number at the bottom of your screen. Thank you for your time and enjoy retirement. Thank you, sir. Bye.